everybody, it's Stasia from CrochetEverAfter.com, and right now I'm going to show you how to half double crochet in the last stitch of your row. So if you have problems with losing stitches in half double crochet and you're not sure why, this tutorial is going to show you what might be happening in your project and how to fix it. It's also going to show you where to place that last stitch depending on what your pattern calls for. So if you've had troubles in the past, this is going to clear it up. If you've never done half double crochet before, you can also check out my half double crochet tutorial from the very beginning, and that'll show you everything. But let's get started. Alright, now we're going to do the half double crochet into the last stitch of the row. This is where you can end up losing stitches very easily, and the way that I design, it's even easier to lose your stitches, so it's important to count your stitches and know where to work. So if I was working into my last stitch, sometimes you would think that this would be my last stitch right here. This looks like it's the last stitch. It looks like there's no stitches after it. But if I stop and I count, I have 10 stitches in each of my rows. So I want to count my V's and see how many I have so far to make sure that that's my 10th stitch. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I have my chain 2 as my 8th stitch. So I only have 8 stitches. So I should have 2 more stitches over here on the end. And I do. I have the actual half double crochet here, and then I have my chain 2 from my turning chain of my foundation chain. And that's my 10th stitch. Just as I have a chain 2 as my first stitch of this row. So you need to be aware and pay attention to what the pattern says. If it says that the chain 2 counts as a stitch, you have to work into it. If it says that it doesn't count as a stitch or it's not specified, usually you're not going to be working into it. So I'm doing it as a chain 2 so you can see how you need to work into that chain 2. So I'm going to do my 9th stitch into this last actual half double crochet, which is the first one I made. And then I have my 10th stitch going into my chain 2. And what you're going to do is you're going to go into the loops of the second chain, which is the chain that's on top. So you can go through 1 loop or 2 loops. I try to catch 2 loops just to give it a little bit thicker on the edge, a little bit better grip. And then pull up the loop and yarn over and pull through to finish that. And as you work, it's going to be a nice rectangle. If you skip that stitch and you only do 9, you're going to start decreasing your stitches. So you have to pay attention to your pattern and let it tell you if you need to count that chain 2 as a stitch, because then you'll know if you need to work into it. So if it just says to half double crochet across and it doesn't tell you where to work that last stitch, always work it in the top of the chain 2. And that just means the very top chain that you come to. So that is how you work your half double crochet in the last stitch of your row.